Beloved child, close your eyes for a moment and contemplate the secret garden that dwells within your heart. In it, there are flowers of colors the eyes of the body cannot yet see, fragrances known only to the soul, and rivers of light that never dry up. This is the garden the Father planted in you since the beginning, and today, I come to help you remember that you are fertile soil of God's love, where no shadow can reign. Every thought of love you offer is a seed planted in this garden, and every act of forgiveness is like the crystal water that nourishes these seeds so they may bloom. When you choose peace instead of conflict, a smile instead of criticism, compassion instead of judgment, I see flowers opening within you, and your soul exhales the fragrance of holiness. My son Jesus walks with you among these invisible flowers. He touches them with his hands of light, and each petal rises toward heaven, praising the Creator. Ask him to show you this garden, and he will guide you. For where the human mind sees only desert, he reveals infinite fields of beauty and abundance. Holy Father, I ask you in this moment, enlighten the inner gardens of your children. May every heart remember its purity. May the soil of fear be removed, and may the flowers of trust and faith grow strong and alive. May the water of your grace never fail, nor the light of your love that makes everything flourish. When you look upon your brother, remember that he too is a sacred garden. Perhaps he is in his winter season, with dry branches and sleeping flowers, but this does not mean life has left. It only means he is waiting for the touch of light and the water of forgiveness. Help him to bloom with your gaze of compassion, and in yourself you will feel spring awakening. Just as the bee seeks the nectar, you must seek what is sweet in another, not what you judge to be bitter. The bee does not waste time criticizing the thorn of the rose. She knows that fragrance is also there. Learn, therefore, to see beyond appearances, and you will find the garden of the soul in every creature. The garden of the soul does not need heavy effort, but surrender. It blooms when you stop controlling, when you cease trying to force the flowers open, and simply trust that the Father's cycle is perfect. There is a time to sow, a time to water, and a time to harvest. Everything is in order, for the Creator never errs in his seasons. Before we continue in this prayer, I ask you for a gesture of love. Click the like button, subscribe to this channel, leave a comment of gratitude, and share this message to bless someone's day. Thus, this seed of light will not remain only in you, but will spread like a field of flowers multiplying in the wind. Now continuing, I wish you to feel in your heart the gentleness of God's presence. Feel how the inner soil opens to receive the rain of His mercy. Every word you hear now is like a drop of living water descending into your spirit to nourish the roots of your peace. Allow this abundance to descend softly, like morning dew covering the fields in silence. Beloved child, do not fear if your garden still seems small or if some flowers appear wilted. The Father does not judge appearances, but essence. He looks at the seed and already sees the harvest. He looks at the bud and already contemplates the tree. He looks at you and already beholds the fullness of Christ shining in your being. Ask, therefore, my Son Jesus to remove the weeds from your thoughts. Every grievance kept is like an invasive plant that drains the sap of love. Every fear nourished is like a thorn that wounds the petals of peace. But none of this is permanent, and just one touch of His light dissolves all shadows as mist before the sun. Beloved Father, I ask you to breathe your Spirit over the gardens of all hearts. May each one feel the breeze of your care, the warmth of your goodness, and the safety of your presence. May no flower be lost, may no soil be forgotten, for all belong to your infinite love. There are flowers that bloom in silence, without anyone noticing. So also are the miracles the Father performs in you. Sometimes you do not see the transformation immediately, but it is happening beneath the soil, in hidden roots. Trust, therefore, that even in darkness, God's love is working on behalf of your life. When you care for the garden of your soul, you do not do it for yourself alone, but for all creation. For every flower that blooms in you spreads fragrance into the world. Every fruit of kindness you harvest feeds your brother. Every shadow illuminated in you becomes light guiding other hearts. Learn, then, to sit in this inner garden in prayer and silence. Observe the birds singing in the trees of faith. Behold the butterflies dancing as symbols of transformation, and feel the eternal fountain flowing at the center of your being. This fountain is the very love of God which never ceases, never fails, never exhausts. My child, if your heart still carries pain, offer it into this fountain. See how the waters dissolve it, making it light like leaves carried away by the wind. There is no tear the Father does not dry, no thorn Christ does not remove, no desert the Spirit does not transform into a garden. When two souls meet in love and forgiveness, two gardens unite and become one field in bloom. This is the vision of the holy relationship. No more judgment, no more competition, no more separation, but watering together the flowers of eternity. Thus heaven is anticipated on earth, and joy becomes the air you breathe. Ask today for Jesus to teach you to be a gardener with Him. He does not keep the flowers only for Himself, but invites you to share in His work. Help Him water the thirsty hearts, remove the weeds of fear, and plant seeds of hope. And you will discover that in caring for your brother's garden, your own flourishes even more. Beloved Father, receive today the fragrance of these invisible flowers we raise to you. They are our prayer, our praise, our surrender. Each petal represents a thought of gratitude, each color a miracle received, each aroma a sigh of the soul yielding to your love. When the eyes of the body grow weary, remember to close the eyes of the mind and open those of the spirit. For there you will see the eternal garden, where no season brings loss and no flower fades. This is the place where you truly dwell, and to which you will always return. Child, you are not alone. The flowers of your garden intertwine with the flowers of all your brothers. Your fragrances mix, your colors complete one another, and together you compose the landscape of creation. This unity is the greatest miracle, for in it you recognize you are inseparable from the whole. Always remember, love is the water that sustains, forgiveness is the light that warms, faith is the firm soil, and hope is the gentle wind that scatters the seeds. With these four elements, no garden fails to bloom. Father, may our prayer be like abundant rain upon dry land. May each heart here feel renewed, strengthened, and nourished by your eternal care. May joy bloom like a field in springtime, and may we never forget that you are the supreme gardener of life. Jesus, beloved Son, extend your light over every soul gathered here. May every flower of this garden be protected by your presence. May every root be strengthened by your love, and may every heart find rest in your arms of infinite tenderness. And you, my child, leave here knowing that you are already a blooming garden in the eyes of the Father. Do not wait for tomorrow to blossom. Open today, in this very moment, and let the fragrance of your soul fill the world with the certainty that God dwells in you.